People, only 2 minutes late today, so I've actually been good. I've kept it nice and responsible. I got my water with me.
I'm never
And
late, man. So I don't know about
whatever,
you.
man. Whatever, man. Anyway, as you all know, you know Saeed more than you know me. So big up, Saeed, man. Thank you for coming on my
Yeah,
channel,
man.
bro. Yeah,
Come on, bro. Anytime, man. Anytime, man. Let's have this big
yeah.
game, man. Big game. Big game.
I was gonna say this is the calm before the storm because we got the big six tonight, but this is
Mm.
basically gonna get rowdy once we get into the combined 11 anyway. So
Yo, listen. I don't know, man. You might be surprised, mate. You might be surprised. You never know.
I
At least there's no
listen.
Ndombele. There's no Ndombele, the French incarnation of Pogba. You know,
Oh,
the one
give
that
it
you
rest. Who
spent
said
half
he
an
was
hour
that?
backing.
Who said he was that? Who said he
Listen,
was that?
there is you guys saying Pogba region. That's what you guys were saying.
When?
So
Who's called him a
listen,
Pogba region?
in
What? No,
lockdown, you
stop
lads are
it,
saying it.
man.
Stop
Stop it.
it, man.
He weren't
After
even
the
playing
Sheffield
in
United
lockdown.
game, remember the Sheffield United game?
Oh yeah, the sick goal he scored. Yeah,
Yeah, that's the time when you said it.
I never called him the Pogba. I've never called him that. He's never been
Well,
as good as
I'll have
Pogba.
to find the receipts then. I'll have to find the
Find the
receipts then.
receipts. Find the receipts. He's never been as good as
Yeah,
Pogba.
you
But
put Aurier in there. Aurier.
I did, because Ori was playing better than Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Come on,
Yeah,
there
to be
you go.
fair,
Then.
I'm Saka. You know what I mean? He won't be in there.
Okay, well, anyway, listen. Let's just get straight into it, man. So let's talk about this actual fixture itself because it's one of them proverbial 6-pointers. But I don't even think this is a 6-pointer. I think this is like a 12-pointer. And
12
for
pointer.
me, no big man thing. I think it's a 12-pointer
Yeah.
because it's one of them ones where like I don't even think I don't think a loss in this game like mathematically like blows a team out of the top four race. I think you can still lose this, and just because the volatile nature of the top four race, mathematically there'll still be a chance. But for me, I think this one is psychological. I think if you lose this, bro, I think
Done.
although it's mathematical, let's be real, you're not getting it. You're not getting it because
Yeah.
to get it, you have to beat the teams around you. You have to. And the one thing Spurs and Man United have struggled to do is we're struggling to beat the teams below us. Yeah. So if we can't even beat the teams below us now, you lot slipping at home to Watford, us losing to Burnley away, losing to Southampton away, then you have to take points against the teams around you. And if we can't go to your ground and win, if you can't beat us at your ground, it's peak for whoever loses, man. Talk to
Now,
me.
you know what? Yeah. You know how bad it is? I think United and Tottenham are having similar seasons, if I'm being honest with you, where when we expect the team to kind of lose or, sorry, to win, it's like they're almost like it's the hope that kills you with this team. Same with me, same with you. I personally think psychologically top four's done because you can't beat Watford at home. You don't deserve top four. Simple as that. Southampton at home, Wolves at home. You can't beat them teams. You don't deserve top four. Come back from a 2-0 lead. I look at the game. It is a 12-pointer. It's a 20-pointer. I call this last chance saloon for Man United because, you know, personally, they don't deserve top four. But if they get it any way, rectify the whole season, and this could be the one because this is our last game before international break. Because obviously, we've been kicked out of the FA Cup. You guys have been kicked out of the FA Cup. I don't know if you have a game. Do you guys have a game before the international break?
When is the internet? Yeah, we do. We have 2 games. So we have so
There
we
you go.
got Brighton next Wednesday, and then we got West Ham on the Sunday. So it's
Okay.
a tough run of fixtures for us.
There you go. We were meant to have Liverpool just before the international break, and you know what? I'm actually looking at that thinking, you know what? We need a break because we get a result here. You know what I mean? Or we don't get a result here. It's a massive week. Obviously, Atletico Madrid talking about the Premier League. You know, so this is a massive result. But listen, I don't see us getting anything out of this. I think a draw at best because for me, the way we're playing, nah, man. It's like you guys have Conte. He's the right manager. The players are shit. We've got the right manager and Ragnick. For me personally, I still believe he's doing well in the mess that he was put in. He's doing well, but the players are letting him down. It's as simple as that, man. Missed chances, players are down tooling when they come on, and for me, like I said to you, the players just don't deserve it. And psychologically, they've checked out. So
Yeah.
I'm not confident, bro.
Yeah, man. It's either way. It's a nail biting fixture for both sides, really and truly. And I think, like you said, both sides. You can draw parallels. You can actually draw like parallels between both sides because we both have dysfunctional sides. There's such an imbalance in our teams. Like for Man United, it's even worse because you've actually invested heavily into your squad more than we have, and the technical quality is still pretty poor. It's pretty poor in the base of your midfield, in your back line, and so on and so forth. So you can make the same comparisons for us, but I think the one thing we have in our favor, which you don't have right now, is a functioning attack. I think our attack is functioning now, but I can also say that despite how dysfunctional your midfield are, profile per profile, you have two midfielders who walk into our midfield like
easy. Yeah.
And even one of them, we're going to talk about him because he's been in shocking form. But let's be real, in normal circumstances, he would start. He would start in our midfield. So it's one of those games where it's like both sides are playing so poor. Like when I look at the teams chasing top four, I think Spurs and Man United are the ones where you feel like they're let down genuinely because they just can't string any momentum or consistency. No. At least with West Ham, they don't really lose much, and whereas they don't have as good a squad on paper, they're actually like as a unit, they're way more cohesive. Arsenal, they're more cohesive. It has to be said. They're more cohesive.
Yeah, they're winning games below the top six. They're winning games where we're not. You know, our season is we'll win one and then we'll lose one or we'll draw one. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, I don't know if it's the same for you. You guys might win two.
It is the same for us. It's win one, lose one, win. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. No momentum. It's the hope that kills you. How many times have you seen it? I'm like, I'm just done. Like, all my match reaction is like, I'm done. I've had enough. You see it, innit? You see it, bro.
Yeah, it's peak, man. It's absolutely
peak because, and you know what it is, like Leeds tax, mate, that was heavy, man. You man, I don't know if you got that yet, but you had the Leeds tax 4-0.
Of course we did.
Right? Yeah, you think, okay, we got the big win there. You know what I mean? Ragnick, 2 substitutions went well. And then all of a sudden, we have a situation where we draw to Watford at home. Like, that is, for me, inexcusable. Inexcusable. And then the performance at the Manchester derby, you know what it's like in a derby. You have to at least, even if you haven't got the quality, at least try, show for it. And they did do nothing of that. And that's why, for me, I come to this Tottenham game, probably the worst time to play Tottenham. I know it sounds crazy. Harry Kane, I'm petrified. Him and Harry Maguire, petrified.
Kane is in form,
Kulusevski's gone on the radar. I personally got it wrong. At the start, I was like, I said to you,
what did I tell you in the Big Six? Yeah. I told you the immediate upgrade on our squad. You lot said, do you think they can improve? I said, we need more, but I'm telling you, these man, immediate upgrades on anything we got.
Yes, because he's got the intelligence. Sometimes, people can say the pace and whatnot, but it's the intelligence and he picks up pockets and his almost his directness. He wants that ball to give it to Harry Kane straight away. And fair play, man, like I said to you, and your attacking potent is very, very good. We've only got Sancho, maybe Elanga, but I think we're pushing Elanga too hard.
Cavani's meant to be back though, and you know what he did to us last season, man, at our ground, man.
Come on, Tobi. That was,
bro, it's the truth though. Last season, and this season, Cavani took the piss out of us. Let's be real.
Yeah, no. Oh, I thought you were talking about last season. The season now where we won against Nuno. Mate, that was Nuno tax, mate. You know what I mean?
It was horrible, but still, you know it is. It's one of them ones where, as I said, we're both muddied, and like we both have, it is. You almost don't want to over predict because you're so used to being burnt by this team. Like on paper, Spurs should be going to Man United and thinking, why can't we get a result here? Why can't we get a result here? But you know just how it goes with Tottenham. You know how it goes with Tottenham, and this is me saying this, knowing that we went to your ground last season and beat you 6-1, and I'm still not confident because these teams,
Lamella the prick. They
don't give you the.
I'll never forget that Lamella. Yeah,
like you said, these teams they don't give you the consistency you need to actually say, yeah, you know what, I trust you to go here and get a result. So I think this game is at a knife edge, man. I'm gonna sit. I'm happily gonna sit on the fence on this one. I genuinely don't believe Spurs will win. But I think we may have.
I think, yeah. I think it's right to do that, but I look at Harry Kane and I look at Son and I look at Kulusevski. Them three there will cause United problems, real problems.
It depends on how Ragnick sets up, though.
I think he has to set up in the back five. He has to set up in the back five for me.
If you set up and try and play high, go toe to toe with us, yeah, I think you'll be able to work our defense and create chances, but you leave yourselves exposed, and I think that suits us. So it's all about styles. And fun fact as well, this top's a little bit faded, but I'm wearing this top. This top is of huge significance. The reason why this top is of huge significance is this top was worn by our team when we beat you back in 2014, and Adebayo and Christian Eriksen. No, 2013, December 2013, when Adebayo and Christian Eriksen scored. I couldn't find the top for the season before, where Gareth Bale, Clint Dempsey, and all them man scored. But yeah, it's gonna be
it's been interesting battles though at Old Trafford though, man. As much as we've had it lately, there's been interesting battles, man. You look at the 3-2 Gareth Bale. You're looking at the 3-0. That one that hurt me the most, because I remember expressions came down, and it was August bank holiday weekend, and there was loads of fans that night. You know what I mean? And you man thumped us, and I remember Mourinho kind of just going like that, and just man, it was weird, man. Because I think we played well that day, but Tottenham and Harry Kane.
Lukaku missed all your chances, mate.
I was there, man, on the east end.
We were so out of sorts. We were so out of sorts that game in the first half. Like the first half, we should have been. I remember Danny Rose one mad back pass back to the goalkeeper, Lukaku open goal.
Yeah,
like we were fortunate not to be 2-0 down heading into half time, and then to go on and win the game. That was a massive.
Lucas Moura, man.
Big up Lucas as well in the chat. He says, "Big up Tobes and Saeed. Tobes, let's hope for another result like when we went to Leicester. Fear United will have a reaction. This is it, man. This is it. Yeah. This is it. It's the hope that kills you, man. And I'm actually fearful of Spurs, because one thing you obviously know, Saeed, is there's Spursy, and people think it's a real thing. When you put expectation on this team and this high pressure situation, they find a way to let you down, and that's why I genuinely cannot predict Spurs winning. I can't.
Yeah, you know what? It's literally, a situation where if they play to Conte's tactics and they go and do the job and they outwork Man United, that's one thing Man United are struggling at the minute is their work rate. The quality is absolutely abysmal anyway, but it's the work rate, because Bruno Fernandes and Pogba don't track their runners. For me, they're becoming a bit of a problem, because if you look at the game against Man City, there was a lot of walking around at the minute, and if Højbjerg, especially Højbjerg, and Winks get in and amongst Pogba and Bruno,
I don't want to see Winks play. I don't want to see Winks.
So who you want to see then?
Benton Core. It has to be Benton. Benton Core has to start.
Okay, Benton Core.
Benton Core has to start, and then if Skip is not available, then I guess we're gonna have to play Højbjerg. I'd rather see that pairing than Benton Core and Winks right now. But really and truly, Højbjerg has no business starting, because he's been so shit this season.
Yeah, he has. That's true. That's true. I did call it. You know what I mean? But the thing with this game is it's so in the balance, and you can't call it. You simply can't call it. I think it will be a draw, because I don't think we have the kind of bite and the kind of the ruthlessness to kind of beat Tottenham. We don't have the belief. Our belief has gone. At home, we've lost a lot of points, this season. If you're looking at the game against Wolves, Southampton, Aston Villa, Manchester Derby, Liverpool, our record at home is absolutely abysmal. And when we've won games against West Ham, last minute winner. Who else was the 1-0 win? There was another 1-0 win where I think we won 1-0 last. Crystal Palace, first game of Rangnick. Our home record for me has been abysmal, absolutely abysmal. So that's where maybe I think Tottenham could play at. I think the back five, does Rangnick go toe to toe? Does he play Ronaldo and Cavani up top, but then you don't have any personnel to come off the bench?
Is Ronaldo, before we get onto the combined 11, so let's actually talk about team news as well. So on our side, I know the players that are missing are going to be Tanganga, who's been out for ages, but to be honest, he wouldn't have started. Yeah. Skip has been out since the turn of the year, since January. He's been out for ages, coming up to 2 months. He's actually grown to become an important player for Spurs in this season anyway, but he's not going to be available. And Sessegnon was quote unquote building up a head of steam form-wise in terms of his starts and stuff, and he's sidelined as well, so he's not going to be back until international break. But we have everyone else fit.
And so you got Reguilon. Regulon's
So
available.
Regulon is available. So, and then on your side, I know that Ronaldo is facing a race against time to be fit.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, Ronaldo and Cavani, mate, especially Cavani, this guy, this guy's a weird brother now. I used to love this guy, but I can't stand him now, because he comes into training apparently, and then on the day or just the day before, he tells the doctor to then tell the manager, "I'm not available. I don't feel great." I'm like, bro, come on, man. And then he goes, says he has a tummy ache, and then goes to the Managerial Arena to watch the fight. Like, come on, man. Like, for me, he doesn't want to be here. We've kind of forced him to stay because obviously Martial has been allowed to go. He doesn't want to be here. I bet he hates the weather now. He doesn't like, he just doesn't want to be here. And for me, like I said to you, it's very, very much, he hasn't scored many goals. The only goals he scored is the one against Tottenham, I think.
You know what is Cavani? I think you're right. I think that would piss me off as well. It's the attitude, man, because it's weird for someone. He works it's mad because he's someone who, when he actually does play, he works his socks off. His movement is excellent, and he knows the back of the net. But for whatever reason, he just doesn't want to make himself available for Man United this season, and it's hurt because you've had to overuse Ronaldo. Martial's been loaned out, and so on and so forth. So it's hurt Man United. But,
and also, no Shaw, no McTominay. McTominay's 50-50, but I think
that's not missed. That's not missed. Come on.
No, it's not missed. No, 100%. I think Shaw, the thing is with me, Shaw, I don't rate him, to be honest with you. I think he's had one good season in about 7 years. But the problem is, though, if I'm being honest with you, Telles isn't any better. You know what I mean? I want to give him time, but I just always see that frailty. You know what it is? At home, he's better. At home, he's good. But away from home, when I looked at the game against City, when you realize, like, yeah, man, he's not maybe that player to kind of take over Shaw. He'll have good moments. He's better for me offensively in terms of getting the ball in and whipping it in. I think he's a bit more aggressive left back than Luke Shaw. But again, both of them, man, for me, not good enough to be first choice starter. If you're being really honest, you know what I mean. They both haven't got the position nailed on. So that means they're both not good enough, are they? So
yeah, you make a good point. Ain't Luke Shaw meant to be? I heard him talking up a new deal. I remember saying this at the time. To my friend. I said, I think it's absolute lunacy that this guy is on the verge of signing a new contract worth 165 grand a week. I remember saying that to my friend like a year and a half ago, and he did it. And he was like, oh, no, he deserves it. I said, no, he doesn't. Just cut him loose and buy another left back. 265 bags. I get it's Man United because Man United's wages are different to everyone's wages. I get it. You don't already have an inflated wage structure, but 165 bags. 165 bugs. I had to say it a different way. Bugs. That's crazy money for Luke Shaw, and he wants more.
Yeah.
Man United might time.
You know what it is though. You know what United do though. They're very clever. What they do is they just trigger contracts. They don't give you a new contract. They keep triggering contracts. Like Matic has got another one. I think Dalot, Fred, like for me, especially Fred, I don't think he deserves a new contract. But what they do is they just extend it for you a year, and most players are happy with that because they feel like if no other club's coming in for me, I'll extend it one more year, then assess my options later on. So that's what they're doing. For me, like I said to you, if we're a properly run football club, we get rid of Shaw. But the problem is we keep believing that he'll sooner or later he'll get back to winning form. And that's how it is. It's all about trends nowadays. And if you can have a winning pattern for so long, everybody's like, getting gassed. And I'm one of them. You know what I mean? I looked at Luke Shaw, I thought, that lockdown period, he's got his position back. But I told you, that guy is tricking y'all. He tricking y'all, man. I told you, man. Bro. I told you this guy is not good. He's not. But there's so many people who are pretenders, though. You'll have loads of them in your
team. It's the same in our team as well.
Don't
worry. You're not alone. It's the same in our team. These players, they trick you. They make you believe that they could turn a corner and then they revert to type. That's why it's just better off not praising them. Well, it's not about praising them, not acknowledging when they're
credit where it's due. Credit where it's due. That's the word you're looking for. Credit where it's due. And then going from there and then kind of realizing, you know what? Nah, you're not good enough.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Big up Lucas as well again for another super chat. Big up Lucas. So I actually went with Lucas to the Leicester game. I remember when we won that mad game 3-2. So he says, Tobes, after the Leicester game, I told you this could be a turning point for us. This is the problem. We don't know what team will turn up. This is it. I think the only saving grace for us is that even though we've been topsy-turvy now in the past in 2022, I think now we are finally, skip aside, I think we're finally seeing a team that Antonio Conte can hang his hat on, because Benton Cole's back fit now, Romero's back into the team, Dyer's available now, Kane's son is there, Kulusevski's been integrated into the team. Really and truly, the only interchangeable positions are left back and right back. And me personally, I know Cesc started those runner games. I know he was sort of trying to build up some form, but he's nowhere near as good as Reguilon for me. So I'm more than happy. I'm sad on his part that his injury has sort of stalled his momentum. But if I'm being honest, I don't rate Cesc. I think he's a poor player, and I don't think it's the end of the world to have Reguilon come in whilst he's injured. But yeah, and even Matt Doherty as well. We don't know how long this fucking remontada is going to last. But
respect Doherty, man.
Nah,
that's what the chat are saying. The chat are saying respect Doherty.
No way. He's been too shit for too long for Spurs. Impossible. Turkish putting up his Irish flag, man. He don't even like Doherty, man. He's gassing. But you know what? Listen, we've done enough talking. Talking on the actual match itself. Now let's do combined 11, bro. 11. So before we start, 396 of you in here,
yeah.
I want you to do a couple things, people. One, I want you to smash a like if you haven't smashed a like already. It's 401 now. Two, I want you to subscribe to my channel and Saeed's channel if you've not subscribed already. Very simple. Saeed's channel is in the title. Click the link there. All you need to do is click the subscribe button if you want to subscribe to my channel, the link below. And then 3, I want you to interact as well. I want this to be like an interactive session because I want to know when someone says something mad, when someone says something good. Yeah, so cool. Someone's put a comment here. So where is it? H7. He said mid-off time, and this is it. This is the biggest stinkfest combined 11. It is
the biggest shameless shine 11. Shameless shine 11.
And you remember when you did the Man City one, I had a bone to pick with you. So let's see how you're going to move with this one.
No context, Saeed, man. I told you, man. You know what I mean? I just put it out there. You see me? I didn't even put no reasons for it. I just said, yo, it's out there.
All right, cool. So let's see. So what formation do you want to go with? What formation do you think?
Let's play a traditional 4-3-3.
4-3-3.
That's traditional. Yeah.
So are you sure you want to play 4-3-3? Yeah.
4-3-3. Yeah.
4-3-3. So your words, you said 4-3-3, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. Perfect. All right, cool. Now, let's start with the goalkeeper. Who are you going to go with? I know who you're going to go with.
For me, like I said to you, you know, you're always moaning about Lloris. You know what I mean?
No, I'm
the
not.
guy. No, yeah, you do. Because when I was blaming context tactics, you went, it's effing Lloris. It's effing Lloris.
For that one game.
For that one game, I'm not basing it on that one. But when I look at a player who is constantly reliable, you know, Mr. Reliable, David De Gea, I don't want to hear none of this shit about, you know, kicking out from the back, because Lloris ain't any better with his kicking, by the way. You know what I mean? Because again, they're two both. They came out at a similar time. Lloris and David De Gea. They came out 2008, 2009. When did you sign Lloris?
We signed Lloris in 2012, so August 2012, September 2012.
So, exactly. David De Gea came to us in 2011. Similar era of keepers. For me, like I said to you, you know, would you put Lloris as a world-class keeper? I don't know.
No, I wouldn't.
But for me,
not right now.
I still believe David De Gea is still a world-class keeper.
Come on, Saeed. Someone.
You know what I mean? Again.
No. You know. You said what you want to say. You said what you want to say.
Kicking out from the back. We're talking
it's
about
not about
goalkeeper here.
But
you are. You're going to add that.
No. I am going to mention that, but that's not the only thing. That's not the only thing. So I think Lloris is, for the most part, has actually been really good for Spurs this season. But I think he has the same deficiencies as David De Gea. Similar deficiencies to David De Gea. And I think De Gea's highs, i.e. the games where he's actually saved you from a loss or whatever, I think his highs have been better than Lloris's highs. So I'm going to let you have De Gea for the first one. But I just want to say...
No, you're not going to let me. David De Gea is a better keeper than Lloris.
Cool, whatever. But I just want to say, David De Gea is absolutely not a world-class goalkeeper right now. He's far... let me tell you why. The reason why he's not a world-class goalkeeper right now is because you keep saying you don't want to hear that kicking out from the back shit. The world-class goalkeepers are able to shot stop to near enough a similar level to David De Gea, and they're able to do the other things. And it's not just the kicking. Not only does David De Gea not know how to pass with his kicks actually put you under increased pressure because he literally kicks the ball straight to the opposition more often than not. So that's the first part. And the second part, he never comes off his line. So when teams are bearing down on goal, he's staying. He doesn't want to come out and make the goal bigger, make himself bigger, sorry. And then the third point about David De Gea, he's not commanding. So when teams put players into the box,
he's better than he used to. He's better than he's used to. I'm gonna say that.
But these are the things. So those three things alone are the very reason why he cannot be a current world class player. He just can't.
Everybody's got their versions of world class. I think when you look at world class, there's different layers of it, and I think everybody's got their own version in their mind. And I think what clouds people's judgment is the fact that keepers kicking out from the back. Like I said to you, if I still believe United could still win a league title with David De Gea at the back, but again, it all depends on the style of play a manager does. That's all it depends on. It's a style of play the manager does. And if Ten Hag comes in and he says David De Gea's not for me, you think I'm going to say no? I'm going to say by all means, mate. You're the manager. That's your way. But right now, like I said to you, I think David De Gea, a lot of people, man, they just discredit him a lot, man, just because they see, what's that keeper from Brighton? What's his name?
Robert Sanchez.
Just because he can do a little kick.
He's not better than De Gea. I'm sorry, he's not.
You know what I mean? Listen, kick.
I still think. I think De Gea has been really good for Man United, but his deficiencies really put Man United on the back foot, man. But anyway, that's the goal.
Yeah, let's move on.
Let's move on. Right back. Jesus Christ, this is a stink off. Woo! This is a stink off.
What are you doing? What are you doing? This is based on form. Should we just base it on form?
So let's actually agree. So there's parameters, right? There's parameters. Yeah. So what do you want to do? Do you want to do based on recent form, i.e., I don't know, the last month? Do you want to do the entire season? Do you want to do when everyone's fit? What do you want to do?
I don't mind. I think what's probably respectable is form. But
it
depends on what you want to do. Let's see what the chat want to do. If the chat want to do form, I could do form.
So should we do form over? So guys, there's three options: form over the season, recent form, i.e., the last month or two, or just when everyone is fit and available. What do you lot want to do? And don't put a bit of both.
That's a bad one for you. You don't want to do that one when everyone's available.
Why?
I think
if everyone's available, we'll still get one more midfielder in there.
I think Dalot gets in right back then. If you want to do a bit of both.
Listen, I'm not going to argue with you on right back. Our two right backs have been pathetic. Matt Doherty, literally, as of the last month, Matt Doherty's probably played the best of the lot, but Matt Doherty was dog shit for the previous whatever. And Emerson is Emerson. Do you get what I'm saying? Aaron Wan-Bissaka, he's not really.
He's not a footballer, man. He's not a footballer. I'm telling you right now, man. I don't know what he is, man. I seriously don't know what he is.
But you man are bad man for setting him up. You had him playing against three Man City players on the weekend. You set him up, man.
Ollie tricked us all, man. Ollie tricked us all to thinking that we bought the best players that we could have ever bought, man. But in reality, we were playing defensive football, counter-attacking football, and Wan-Bissaka never got past the halfway line. Now that he has to go past the halfway line, he's almost starstruck. So, like I said, I put Dalot in there. I think he's the most kind of ideal right back, the most kind of complete right back out of all of them. So I would go with Dalot.
Okay, so far we've got David De Gea, and Dalot. I don't really rate Dalot highly, but I know he's got tech. I don't actually like. I think he's awful defensively, and I think for someone who's actually got technical quality going forward, he's way too wasteful with the ball. But anyway, so I'll go with that. DDG and Dalot. Right-sided centre back. Who you going with?
Rolls Royce, isn't it?
What, Champions League Varane?
Champions League Varane.
How many games has he played versus Romero? Like Varane has been steady this season.
He's been steady. If I'm being honest with you, there's two ways I can look at it. I can pick Lindelof, who for me has probably been arguably the better centre half out of the three in Maguire, Varane.
I agree with that.
And what do you call it, Romero. But because this is a combined 11 and I want to kind of look at it on the balance of it all, I'm going to put Varane in there, Champions League Varane, and then
I
I'm
want you.
guessing.
I wanted to no. I want to mention that just because Romero, he's only played 13 league matches this season. We've played something like 26, so he's literally missed half our season in the league. So I'd feel kind of bad mind putting him in, but I want you to know that in normal circumstances he should be making.
That's what I'm trying to say. That's what we're mixing everything. We're mixing it all on based on one. Cool. So yeah. I agree. Romero.
Cool. So Romero. So we'll put Varane at right centre back. Fine. Left centre back. I'm sorry. There's only one winner here. It's Eric
left
Dyer.
Back. You mean left back?
No. Left centre back. So who's playing pairing?
What do you mean? We're playing 4-3-3.
Yeah. So you've got Varane, who's the right centre back. Yeah. Who's the left?
And you put Romero.
No. I'm putting Dyer there. Romero doesn't play.
You put Dyer. Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. Fair enough then. I was thinking, right, what's this guy doing, yo?
No. I'm putting Dyer.
All right. Okay. Dyer. Yeah. I think Dyer. To be fair, I think he's. You know what, man? Why does Dyer not get the credit he deserves, man? Like, I feel like. What is it? I'll be honest.
It's because whenever Eric Dyer shows you that he can be a competent centre back, there's always a crash. There was a big crash last year, and the one thing Eric Dyer's had throughout his Spurs career is errors. He even when he was playing well for us as a defensive midfielder, he's always been an error-prone player. But this season, I think we've seen not only have we seen a massive reduction in these errors, we've actually seen leadership. We've seen him be commanding, and for the most part, we've actually seen consistency. So I'll actually give Eric Dyer his credit this season, and for me, he has to be in this team. He has to be in this team.
100%, 100%. Someone said there's only one winner, and it's Eric Dyer.
Yeah,
that's hilarious.
It's the truth, mate. It is what it is right now. Because I'm damn sure not putting Maguire. He's been fucking poo this season.
Nah, mate. Listen, the less we talk about that player, the better.
Yeah.
Be serious.
Left back.
Listen, the floor's yours, man. If I'm being honest with you,
I'm going regular. Yeah. I think he's been
regular. Yeah, we were meant to get him last season, man.
Cess has done. He's played well against Everton. Not Everton, sorry, he was shit against Everton. He played well against Leeds and defended well against Man City. Like he defended well against Mo Salah a couple months back. But yeah, I don't rate Cess. I'd love for Conte to turn him into a world beater, but I can't see it right now. And I think Reguilon, he's too wasteful with Reguilon. He's not like a clamp down defender. And I think for someone who goes forward a lot and receives the ball, he's too wasteful. But what I will say is I think he's been better than he finished last year. I would say that he's added some goals this season. He's added some assists. So I'll go with Reguilon. Now, midfield. Who is sitting at the base? Who's playing 6?
I don't think we have a 6. So I think you might have to get this one because we've got McTominay, for me, not good enough. Fred, not good enough, even though he's a hybrid type of player. And Matic hasn't played enough games for me. So, I would say that the floor's yours with this 6. I think we've not got a natural 6. So you can play 2 8s, but we need to play. We're playing a 4-3-3, man. Come on, man. Can't have 3 8s.
But the thing is, if you said 4-2-3-1, we could do.
We could do. Yeah. We
could have had 2 8s, but you picked 4-3-3. You picked 4-3-3. Remember that, yeah. So when I'm making the decision later, you picked 4-3-3.
Yeah. No. Listen. Do what you want.
Okay, so. I'm going with Oliver Skip. I think whilst
Oliver
he's no, yeah, bro, as a 6, whilst he's no like elite player or some elite prospect or whatever, I think he grew into the role as the season progressed, and especially when Conte came in, I think his level improved for Spurs. I think he's been steady, man. I think he's come in and he's actually been Bentancur aside. I think he's probably been the only other semi-reliable midfielder.
Just saying Skip then I'm saying Matic then, innit?
Skip has played way more games than Matic. You said it's on form. Skip has played way more games than Matic to a decent standard, man. Give Skip some credit. He's done all right this season, man. He's done all right this season. He actually has. I'm putting in Skip. I'm sorry. I'm putting in Skip.
You know what? Go for it.
All right, cool. And then, okay, cool. So who's playing the 2 8s? Obviously, one is Paul Pogba.
Paul Pogba.
Yeah. Who's playing the second?
Who have you got before I play my player?
See, the thing is, if you said 4-2-3-1 and played Bruno in the 10, as bad as he's been in large parts of this season, I would have put him there. But you want me to put Bruno Fernandes as an 8 when he loses the ball? He loses the ball enough as a 10. You want me to play him deeper as an 8? It ain't gonna happen. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So for me, I'm putting Benton Core. If we're playing an 8, someone who can tackle.
What two game hype? Is that what you're saying? Yeah.
Not two game hype.
Benton Core hype.
As a number 8, he is simply better than Bruno. Not because of his ball striking or whatever. He just does the basics better. And that's the one thing, that's the biggest criticism of Bruno Fernandes, because I actually think Bruno is a very good player. But the reason why he gets the criticism is because he's so erratic in his play. He always wants the Hollywood pass. He wants to play football at 3 million miles per hour when he doesn't know how to slow down the game, be more methodical. So for me, you said 4-3-3, and if we're going 4-3-3, I'm sorry, I'm putting Benton.
Listen, I think, you know what I mean, just to respect this chat and not let it explode, I am going to give you Bentancur. I think, to be fair to you, he has made a difference in that Spurs midfield. He's giving you a little bit of a bite. He's giving me, tenacity's there. I think he's a very, very good player. So, you know what? I'm going to give you the benefit of doubt, man. I'll give you Bentancur in that team. I'll give it you.
Cool. So, Pog, so we got. I knew it because I was waiting for you to. If you'd said,
listen, 10, I told you, man.
I would have had no one.
Always fair, mate. I'm always fair, mate. Like I said to you.
Okay, cool.
You can have that.
Now,
you can have that.
All right, cool. So this one is techie now. Woo, Lord. Who is playing right wing?
Who's your right winger? Be honest. Because Kulusevski doesn't play right wing, does he?
He does play right wing.
He plays on the right hand side.
Yeah, he plays on the right hand side. So I'm only basing it off what I've seen. Yeah, Jadon Sancho has been cooking in the last 1 to 2 months.
For me, Jadon Sancho's in there easily.
But
so
what position is he in there? What position is he
I'm
cooking?
I'm putting Jadon Sancho on the left, easy.
Ahead of Son? Nah.
Ahead of Son?
Nah.
I don't care.
Son has not played well this season.
Listen, you're putting Son on the right hand side, mate, so he can.
No, you're not. You're not putting Son on the right.
He's with Harry Kane. He's with Harry Kane on the right hand side. They're still together.
Son has 11. Saeed. Son has 11 Premier League goals and 5 assists in 23 Premier League appearances from left wing. You are not putting Son right wing for Jadon Sancho. It's not.
Does it really matter anyway?
It does matter because he wins us games.
We can put Sancho on the right then. On the front three, they can interchange. Why can't they interchange? So I can put Sancho on the right because Sancho on the right has been all right as well. So on the left, on the right, they can interchange.
Sancho hasn't been all right on the right.
No.
Sancho hasn't been all right on the right.
What you got to realize is though. Let me say something to you. That front three can all interchange. It's not a fixed position. Yes or no?
Huh?
It's not a fixed position. They can interchange right and left. So you're telling me Son doesn't interchange from the left to the right?
Not usually. Sometimes he does.
Yeah.
Sometimes he does. You know what? I want you to know that Kulusevski has actually shown me more at right wing than Jadon Sancho this season, despite playing less. I don't think Sancho has been good for Man United, apart from maybe I want to say Leeds, where he played right wing. I think most of the good performances I've seen from Sancho in the last 6 or 7 weeks have come left wing. But just for the sake of argument, I'm gonna put Sancho.
So you're gonna say, yeah. So that's what I'm saying to you. Oh, you can put Sancho, okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say because we were never ever, for the sake of it, gonna put drop Sancho for Kulusevski. So either way, Sancho's going in that team. I know it was a little bit of a.
No, but you wanted to put him left wing. That was never going to happen. And right wing, Kulusevski's actually been better.
But then I don't know why you would dismiss the argument that Sancho can play on the right as well. He can play on the right,
I never said he. I never said.
I
never said he can. I never said he can't play on the right. What I said is this season he's been poor. So Sancho overall has actually had a poor season. Like he was non-existent for the first half of the campaign.
Ollie tax, man.
Yeah, but you say Ollie tax, but he was playing on the right. It's not like every single game.
When you're playing 3-star football,
Sancho's playing. So
when you play 3-star football under a manager, mate, the whole team was shocking, mate. Hence why this brother was sacked. You know
All right, let me just go through some super chats, then we'll wrap this up because I think the last one picks itself, really. Mario 20. Oh, yes, it does. Yes, it fucking does. Mario 27. Saeed, would you have Tuchel at Man United or nah?
No, I want Ten Hag.
You would have Tuchel at Man United. Stop it.
Listen, I want Ten Hag, man.
Tuchel's a better manager than Ten Hag.
Hey?
Tuchel's a better manager than Ten Hag. What's Ten Hag done for you to say that he's better than Tuchel?
Listen, the question was that wasn't the question though. The question was,
but that is the question. It says, if you had a choice of having Tuchel at Man United, would you have him? Yes or no?
No, I'd have Ten Hag.
You're crazy, but it's fine. Cool. Yeah. The next super chat.
Crazy all you want.
Tommy Castillo, big up Tommy Castillo. He says, Saeed, we don't give our players credit aside from Kane and Son because once we do, these players don't turn up. That's a fact. That's the problem. And then Big Steve, big up Steve, will be speaking later tonight. And I'm glad Steve is in the stream, so he's heard all of this. Saeed, the Somalian Mike. It's Mike Bassett, who I think it is.
Yeah.
The Norwich guy. Hey, fucking no, Mike Bassett, you know.
I if you wanted when Conte was available, I wanted Conte 100%.
Yeah, but so if you wanted Conte, then why wouldn't you want?
Not at that time.
Why wouldn't you want Tuchel?
No, because for me it's about it's not about that. It's for me, like I said to you, we've got different ambitions. For me, when I look at what Ten Hag's going to bring us, the rebuild, I'm ready for that. I'm more of a long-term approach manager. Tuchel, I'm not sure if he stick around with the way things are going. So my thinking is probably a lot of people in this chat probably thinking, yeah, short-term option. We need a long-term approach. I think,
but Tuchel isn't. I don't think Tuchel's a short-term manager personally. But anyway,
how long has he stayed at clubs? How long has he stayed at clubs?
So he was at Borussia Dortmund up until he got the PSG job. So he joined there. He was there for, I think he was there for over 3 years. Yeah. PSG is PSG. We're not gonna put that on.
No, we're not gonna discuss that. Yeah, of course.
And then he's at Chelsea. So this is
100%.
But he had jobs before that at Mainz. So Tuchel's not. Tuchel is not a short-term manager. See, someone put it in the chat there. Dortmund 4 years.
I didn't say he's a short-term manager, but I still believe, Ten Hag for me it's the long-term approach this club leads in terms of recruitment, in terms of what he can do. The young talent, like I said to you, it all makes sense with Ten Hag, and the level of coaching he's going to do for me. Like I'm ready for that one. I'm not sure. Tuchel, great manager, but it's about preference, isn't it? And that's
about preference, but
it's about preference.
I'm just struggling to, you know what, Ten Hag. I think the football he plays at Ajax is more fluid, but Thomas Tuchel, I think he's just got way more pedigree, and I think he's got more. From what I've seen of both managers, I think he's just a more versatile coach. I've seen Thomas Tuchel coach high attacking sides. I've seen Thomas Tuchel make get PSG to play a more pragmatic.
Similar question when Turkish was talking about Arteta and Conte. Certain things at certain clubs are just working, and Arteta is working now.
Come on, that's nonsense from Turkey. Let's be real.
Well, there you go, then, isn't it? So it depends on how you feel at that moment. Right now, the way I feel right now, we need a long-term plan. We need Ten Hag to come in and adopt what he's done at Ajax. Come in, nurture the young talent we've got now, because we're not going to sign 10, 15 players that every United fan is going to think we're going to sign. Nurture young talent that come through and work with what he's got. And I think there'll be an approach there. Tuchel, I don't know what kind of approach he'll come with. So I
think we do. I think we know. He's a top coach. But anyway, cool. That's your opinion. Final slot. Do we really need to argue about this, Saeed? And I know he was shit.
Make your case. Make your case. Then I'll make my case.
My case is Harry Kane was dog shit for. It's mad. Our attack hasn't. It's mad. Harry Kane was dog shit for pretty much half the season, and yet he's on 10 goals in 25 appearances. And he's got a couple of assists to boot as well. It's the same with Son. Son is on 11 goals in 23. And I don't think Son has played well this year, but these guys have been potent. Yeah. Well, Son has been potent. Kane, not so much. And I think 10 in 25 is quite poor for a player of his caliber. But when I look at the recent form, 9 goals in his last 12 games. And it's not just the goals, it's the passing, it's the link-up play, it's the build-up. I think right now you cannot watch both and tell me that you want Ronaldo leading your line over Harry Kane. You just can't, because even without scoring, Harry Kane simply offers way more. So that's my case made.
Yeah, I want to say brilliant Harry Kane, but for me, Ronaldo's got 1 goal in 10 games. I mean, that surely deserves to be, up front, hasn't it?
Ronaldo's got 1 goal in 10 games. You're just saying stuff now, aren't you?
Nah, listen, I'm trolling, man. Harry Kane, like I said to you, he's up front. No question about that. I'm shitting it on Saturday. I really, really am. I'm shitting it. But now Harry Kane, class. And that was it, the 3rd goal. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. The volley. Yeah, mental. Listen, brilliant player.
Mental. Yeah, it's just the obviously
so
the City.
That? What's
the
that?
City move. What? The team.
Did we not agree on Sancho?
Shit, sorry. Why did I put Kulusevski?
Look at this guy, man. Look at this guy, man.
My bad, man. Relax. Sorry, 1 second. DDG. So it's DDG Dallo, Champions League Varane, who's going to finish in Europa League this season, probably.
With Tottenham again.
What's that?
You think you're getting top 4?
No. Unfortunately, I think Arsenal are in pole position, and it's making me sick saying that. But yeah,
Arsenal probably deserve it though, if you're being honest.
I hope they get disrupted. I think if we can win on Saturday and disrupt them and beat them at our ground, then boy, it's blown wide open, isn't it? So who did we say? We said Benton Core. Sorry, Benton Core, Pogba, Son, Kane, Sancho. I can't believe the Sancho one over, but whatever. Anyway,
whatever.
That's the team. That's the team. We're 46 minutes in. That took longer than expected, but listen, that was great fun, guys. Do you like this team? Let me not say do you like this team, because I mean the team's mudded right now. But do you think that this is the best team available from the group of players that we could have picked from? If you don't, or you do, just comment in the chat. Let me know. Thumbs up, thumbs down. If you're watching if you're watching beyond the live as well, just put in the comments what your preferred team would be as well. 755 of you in here, guys. Please make sure you smash a like. Please make sure you subscribe to both our channels. Please, I'm literally like 40 away from 7K.
Come on, let's do it.
Come on, simple.
Let's do it.
That should be a light thing, man. That should be a light thing. 1 sec. Let me even check my thing now. 7.
If not, we'll definitely do it on the big 6.
Yeah, so I'm literally 10 away now from 7K. So those who haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. I'm 10 subscribers away from 7K. So listen, we give you all this content free of charge. The least you can do is subscribe and support the hustle. Saeed, guys, Saeed, thank you for hopping on. Guys, Saeed has actually got a stream coming up now at 7 o'clock on his channel.
Yeah, man.
So what I would like you to do is I would all like you to go to Saeed's channel now. For his upcoming stream this evening as well. He's going to do that before the big 6, and then we got the big 6 later tonight at 9 o'clock. And literally, Saeed is previewing this match as well.
You got 7K. You got 7K.
Oh, mad! Boom!
Yeah,
wonderful.
Man, come on.
Wonderful. Big up. Thank you, guys. Yeah. So make sure you go to Saeed's channel now. Last chance saloon, as he's calling it, on Man United. He's got Harry Maguire in the thumbnail. Listen, he's gonna be making a lot of big statements. So I'm gonna
we won't make no statements.
I'm gonna be tuned in.
No statement. Them guys need to be sold, mate. A lot of players need to be sold. I can't wait for this summer, man. The resistance is gonna be mad. I'm telling you.
Do you think there's gonna be a mad rebuild though?
Yeah. That's why I keep saying it will only happen once we get the right manager. If we get Pochettino, I seriously will consider. You know what I mean? Just you know what I mean? It's just we can't get Pochettino. For me, like I said to you, he's old news, man. I think the new news is Ten Hag.
Listen, you know what? I'm not gonna. If I speak on Poch, I'm gonna flame you. So I'm just not gonna speak.
What in what sense?
I'm not gonna speak. It's mad that man are begging for Ten Hag, but shitting on Poch is cool.
Yeah, because Pochettino, when you look at it, the season how he ended for you, you know, like I said, did you want him sacked? Yes or no?
No, I didn't. I said that.
You didn't want him sacked. One away victory in 2019.
I said back then, I would happily finish 10th with Poch. I would let the team crash and burn with Poch.
This is where you guys are as Tottenham. That's the Tottenham mentality. I can't do that, Tobi.
Cool.
That's where Tottenham are, though. So that's you.
Man United need to break everything down to rebuild, right? And that's what I was willing to do with Pochettino. So anyway,
you know what you are? You are basically the fans that were backing Ole, and Ole will stay no matter what.
No, I'm not.
It's similar. It's similar.
It's not similar. Come on, let's not do this. You're comparing Pochettino to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, bro.
Listen, mate. You just said you finished 10th with Tottenham just to keep Pochettino.
No, bro.
Yes.
What I said was Spurs were sliding, and I said, irrespective of where Pochettino finished, I would have stayed with him because he's a man who literally ripped up our team and rebuilt it and put us where we were. We were overachieving.
And his time was up. And his time was up.
I don't think his time was up. Because when you look at the managers that we've hired since then, they've not been upgrades apart from Antonio Conte.
But who's that down to?
That's down to the owners, and they should.
Yeah, there you go. It's not about. Yeah, but they could have got a manager who could have been an upgrade on Pochettino. Simple as that.
But they didn't. That's the problem, Saeed.
That's
they
your
didn't.
Club, though. That again, it's not down to the fact that Pochettino was still good. It was the fact that his time was up.
Pochettino was still good. He wasn't.
He wasn't.
You know, Saeed.
The word. Let me just finish there. The word was, yeah. No, I'm not saying he's not good, but his time had ended at Tottenham. That's all it was. It went stale. He achieved the highest pinnacle, Champions League final. He couldn't get them Tottenham, and he couldn't motivate them more. And then what happened was they got rid of him. Simple. That's all it was. Saeed, it's not a bad indictment on him.
Saeed, though, but people use that as a statement. Saeed, that was after 18 months of no investment, and then we brought in players in the summer, but the rot had set in.
I'm not blaming it on Poch, by the way. I'm not blaming it on Poch.
Even if you're not blaming it on Poch, what I'm saying is he 1000% deserved the opportunity to rip up that team that had reached the end of its cycle and go again. I think he deserved that, and we didn't give him that opportunity, and that's why that decision will never sit right with me. Yes, his form 2019, you look at it, any other manager, you would say, yeah, this is sackable form. But when you look at what he's done for Spurs prior to that, those 4 or 5 years before that, I'm sorry, you cannot be sacking a manager like that. You just can't. And to bring in Jose Mourinho at the time, it made me sick. And the decision still, as you can see, I'm getting visibly wound up because the decision still pisses me off. But anyway, it's cool. Guys,
yeah, man, we could have gone for another hour because, listen, you guys that glorify Pochettino, yes, but keep it as that, man. You know what I mean? You had to elevate. Tottenham had to elevate.
We didn't elevate. We got worse.
And that's not down to. That's not saying. Well, we should have just kept Pochettino.
No. Can I ask you a question? Why couldn't we elevate with Pochettino? Why couldn't they?
Because his time was up. Simple as that.
Yeah, but can I ask you? So the thing that he was asking for, before everything went tits up, we're still asking for now. We're still asking for this reboot. We're still asking to break this team up. We're still asking for this, bro. It's still not happening. So was Poch really the issue?
The way that you regressed, though, was an alarming rate. Was an alarming rate? Because you agree with that one. There you go. That's all I want to say.
But you say that, but the guy was with us for 5 years. That was the first year where he was legitimately awful for Spurs. And I'm just meant to forget the other 4 years and all of a sudden believe that this guy who built up the team to where it was is all of a sudden not capable of doing it again. Nah, man, I'm not hearing that. I'm sorry. But anyway,
listen, it is what it is.
Listen.
And by the way, I was calling for Pochettino. One minute. I was calling for Pochettino, but that was 2 years ago, mate. You know what I mean? 2 years ago, we've had a pandemic, mate. Did anyone know the pandemic was coming? So relax, people, man.
Nah, man. Pandemic hype, man. Anyway, MFB Poch says Poch still done according to Webby and O'Neill. I guess you'll probably check on that, Saeed. And Wolves FI says MFB, thanks for £8 donation. Oh, was that £8? Oh, mad. Thank you, guys. Lads, girls, whoever's watching, thank you for tuning in. As I said, Saeed's stream is starting in literally 4 minutes. Hop on this channel now. Go spam in the comments. Spam Pochin. I want you to go to his chat right now and spam him and listen to what he's got to say. So guys, thank you for tuning in. Saeed, thank you for
no worries, man. Anytime. Big up everybody.
It's been great. Thank you guys. Remember, make sure you like, share, subscribe. Thank you also for getting me to 7K. And yeah, we'll speak soon. Take care.